Hello, welcome to Jade Coloring. This is part 2 of the Color Along in Romantic Country. This is by Erie, and we're working on this treehouse page. And I have a paper just kind of behind that. And I did pick out some colors. We're using Prisma Color Premier. And there's a lot of leaves and stuff, so I got some greens and browns for the tree, and we'll just work from there. Alright. Okay, I thought we would work on the mushrooms on the tree here, and I have mulberry. This is PC 995, and I'm just going to continue on with that kind of purple color I have with the tree house. I wanted to add a little bit more of that down here. Just going to take this and add it to the mushroom. A little bit more darker around the edge of the mushroom here, and then maybe on the sides and around where it is on the tree here. I'm just kind of shading with this color, adding it to it until I feel like it looks good, and then I'm going to go in with the hot pink. Just going to add a little bit of that lightly to the center of the mushroom. I don't know if there's really mushrooms that look like this, but this is how my mushroom's going to look on this page. And it's fun to do colors that aren't really the usual. Deciding, maybe I'll just go in with ginger root and add a little bit of that to this part of the mushroom. And we can add a little bit of pink. Dang, I have been really bad about breaking the leads. I swear I'm not really like pressing down that hard. Just gonna add that. Kind of follow the lines right here with the hot pink. Okay, so I have the white Prisma. I think I'm just going to go in and blend that on the bottom part of the mushroom. I honestly really have no idea what I'm doing, but I think it's looking okay. It'll work. Add a little more hot pink in there. Then we're going to go back in with the mulberry, and I'm going to add a little bit of that back in, building it up a little more along the edge of the mushroom here. Okay, and then I think I'm going to go with the white and just blend it out. Alright, mushrooms looking good. Now we'll probably work on the leaves on the tree and the tree for today, because that's a big part of this page, and I'd like to get that done. Let me see. I have this olive green color, and we have apple green. I think maybe we'll try just using these two Prisma colors for the leaves on the tree to kind of keep it a little simple. I don't want to, use a whole bunch of greens on these tiny leaves. And we still have to do this like arrangement around the oval here. And just going to go in with my olive as my darker color, and then go in with green or apple green, and just blend them together. Start by outlining the leaf and just adding a little bit of that olive green in there. And then go back in with the green apple. And they're small leaves, so we can't do a whole lot of, or at least I'm not wanting to do a whole lot of extra work on them. Go and add a few of them. Do a few of them with the olive. And that's really all I'm doing for these leaves here. But you can color them any color you want. If you want them to be more of a fall themed page, you can do some pretty reds and oranges and orange brown colors. That would also be really cute. And probably to save a little bit of time on this video, I'll probably speed up doing the rest of the leaves, just so we can get through a little more on this page and y'all don't have to wait to watch a whole nother video to get a little further. Hopefully, that's my plan at least. So I'm just going to go through and do all the leaves that are attached to this tree, green with the olive green, and then going in with the highlight of the apple green. All right. Okay, we got all the leaves done, and I guess it's time to work on the tree. I have a few colors picked out. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna try it. The darkest color is Sepia, PC948, and then I have chocolate and sienna brown, PC945, and ginger root, PC1084. The ginger root I plan on being kind of like my blender pencil, where I kind of try to mesh all those colors together for the tree bark. I do like to work with the darkest color first when doing a tree. I just feel like it helps me sketch out how I want the wood to look. So I'm going to start with the sepia color, and I'm going to outline this leaves, little twigs here. I'm in this screen, and just nothing special with these. I'm just gonna make these look darker than what the line art has them. I just want them to stand out a little bit more. And later, when we do the background, we might have to go back in and go over those. But for now, we're just going to do that with the little limbs that have the leaves on them. This, I'm just going to take on the edge of the tree. And then we'll go in with our chocolate. And just add a little bit of that along one of the sides of the tree. I'm going to sharpen up that line with the sepia, and then we have our sienna brown. I'll just add a little bit of that in there, and finally we're going to take our ginger root and blend them all together. I think I'm gonna like that. So I'm going to continue to do the same thing down here with the rest of this tree. And where she kind of has drawn out certain lines and stuff, I might kind of add those in with a little more lines and make it a little darker. But right now I'm just using the sepia to kind of draw out my darker areas. Where that chain is, I guess I'll kind of make it a little bit darker. That's holding the lantern. Okay, and then we have our chocolate color. Just add in this to the branch. And then our sienna brown, lightly adding that in there. I am leaving a little bit of highlight in the middle of the tree branch, just leaving a white space, and I will start with my ginger root in that area and blend it out. And just work my way out to the edge of the tree. And then I will do the same thing over here. She kind of has these little tick marks with like the line art. I'm going to just kind of scribble in the sepia in that area and try to make sense of it as best I can. Following through with the line. Just using your best judgment. That's usually how I color the trees in the Erie books. Sorry, my dogs are barking. They were being really good for a while. There's a dog outside, neighbor dog, that is crying and they can hear him. So they like to bring our attention to it. Okay, we got the sepia laid down. And so then I'm going to take chocolate and just finish bringing that toward the center. Okay, I brought y'all in a little bit closer, and then my little dog kind of settled down for a minute at least. So I'm just using chocolate, and I am continuing to add that into the little lines that we've kind of sketched out. And I'm not using a whole lot of pressure. Then I'll take my sienna brown and add that a little bit in, kind of blending those two together with that sienna brown, and just slightly going over, just slightly going over the white space here. Then I'm going to take the ginger root and we're going to blend it all together. Alright, just like that. Kind of clear it off a little bit, clean it up, and then we have the darker brown color. Since this is kind of sitting underneath the treehouse, I do want to have a little bit more of a darker shading going on because of the treehouse being on top. I don't want it to blend in too much with the treehouse railing and the ladder here. It probably still will look very similar to the wood that we did in part 1, but maybe we can kind of still make it stand out, and we may end up even having to go in with a very dark gray or a black color to create a little more of separation from those two. But yeah, we're just taking that sienna and very heavily shading this part of the tree with it. And as you know, I'm just kind of following through with those lines that are on here and connecting them, creating kind of like sketching out like the tree texture and stuff, I guess, that's on the tree. So I'm going to take the sienna, or wait, this is sepia. The sepia, and I'm just going to lightly, with no pressure hardly at all, shade that part underneath the tree house right here. Just so I get some of that color down. I want that dark color to really show up. Then we'll go in with our chocolate. Sorry. Then we'll go in with our chocolate and continue to shade and blend to kind of give it more of that richer brown color. Then we have our sienna brown. Do a little bit of that in there. And then we have our ginger root. And we'll just blend them together. That's my favorite part, is doing the blending of all the colors, especially with the Prisma colors. They just blend so well together. It's like sometimes I lay down some colors and I don't really know if it's looking like it is going to work, but then I always go in with, say, that lighter color or the colorless blender or just the white Prisma, and it just kind of ends up turning out a little bit like I envisioned it working, you know. It's pretty fun to work with the Prismas. Okay, so we have the sepia again, and I'm just going to continue on using these 4 colors to finish this tree. And I'm still using kind of the darker brown for this section more than the other colors. A little bit more shading under there. So we're going to go around the ladder. I really should have probably colored the railing and the ladder a different color, but that's okay. I didn't think about how similar the 2 colors would be. I'm just connecting these lines here. And I'm still just using the sepia. I think that the limb kind of goes out this way too. I got like a few connecting those leaves. And just doing some shading with the sepia. Okay, so I like the way that looks, so we're going to go in with our chocolate. And blend those two together. I'm still leaving a little bit of the white showing for the highlight. Okay, so we got our sienna brown. Just lightly add that in there. Still trying to leave a little bit of that brown, that middle white in the center of the sections of the tree. Okay, so then we're going to take the ginger root and just blend them all together. I really hope this is making sense. I don't know if it does, but I hope it is. This is probably the most time-consuming way you can color your tree, but there are a lot of trees in the romantic country books, though. Okay. Alright, we're going to move on to this section. I'm just going to outline the outside of that tree. I'm just connecting these lines here. We got our little duck here. What is her name? Josette? Josette? I don't remember what the little friend's name is. Move it up a little bit, sorry. Just randomly connecting these lines here. I do want it to be dark underneath the mushrooms. So we can go ahead and shade underneath those. And the top of the mushrooms as well. Okay. Sorry, I got a little distracted there. back up to the top of the tree. We're doing with sepia. So we're going to go on chocolate and add that to there. I'm kind of just starting where I kind of laid out the sepia color and working my way to the center of those lines that we've kind of created. Then we have our sienna brown. And ginger root. I think it's looking good. Okay, so we'll finish this one since I already have it shaded. We got our chocolate color. And then sienna brown. And I hope I'm not doing this too fast. Sometimes I do get in a bit of a rhythm and tend to get a little bit ahead of myself. I'm trying to do it in a way where it kind of shows y'all. This is a ginger root, and we're just going to blend, working our way in that little highlight we left and blending our way out to the edge of the tree limb. Okay, we got sepia again. Try not to get it on the duck. Go ahead and sharpen this real quick. Okay. It's a little bit of a smaller area, so I like to have a little bit of a sharper point to get into this small, narrow space on the limbs. I'm also going to go ahead and take that up here to the leaves. I want that line to be darker. Okay, we got chocolate. Just adding the tiniest amount to that area. And might just go straight in with the ginger root. This is such a small piece of the tree. I'm just blending that out with ginger root. There's a little spot right here too I want to get. Okay. Let's work on, I'll probably I just finished doing this tree to save some time, but we're just using these 4 Prisma colors, and alright, I'll finish this up. Okay, we finished up our tree. I went ahead and just finished the rest of it off camera. I didn't realize it, but my phone had stopped recording. But I think the next thing I want to work on is the basket. And I have a terracotta, PC944. I'm just going to lightly go along the edge of the handle of the basket with that terracotta. And just gonna do the same thing for the rest of the basket. Add that shadow under the little cloth that's sticking out at the top. I'm just kind of laying down the shadows, the darker of the colors I'm going to be using. Might go in with some of the sepia color. And then, let's see if I can get that more in frame. I kind of rearranged my desk a little bit, and I don't know. I think that's good. Okay, we have a sepia, which is PC948. I'm going to add a little bit more shadow to parts of the basket. Then maybe we'll add a couple lines across. Maybe this will turn out, I don't know. Then we'll go back in with our terracotta. Just gonna add then this is burnt ochre, PC943. Add this to blend in those colors. And to blend those out, I'm going to use cream, PC914. And I might go back in with the sepia and kind of make some of those lines stand out a little bit more. This is burnt ochre. Okay, I think that's good enough for the basket. And we'll do our apples. I have the white, and then we have crimson red for our darker color, and then carmine red, the lightest shade for the reds. I'm going to take the crimson red and just go along the outline of the apples. They're kind of tiny, so it doesn't take a whole lot to add the darker red in there. Then have the PC926 carmine red. Then we'll take our white to add the highlight. Okay. I think I'll work on the little pulley thing there is. They have to bring up the food, I guess. And I have a 70% cool gray, and I think this is 30% cool gray. So I'm gonna go in with my darker shade. Add that. And then the white color to kind of blend it. I'm not really sure what color this would be, but I guess we'll go with silver, because I thought that's maybe, if this is like a rope. So I want it to be a little bit darker in some parts of the little circle here. So I'm going to outline it with the 70% gray. Okay, then we have our 30% cool gray. I'm just gonna go over where I laid the 70% cool gray, but adding a little bit more into it, you know, closer toward that center. But I want to leave some room for a highlight, so just doing it along the edges and where we laid that darker gray color, if that makes sense. Okay, so now I like that, so we're going to go in and blend with the white, starting at the lightest part and working our way around. All right, looks good to me. For the, let me find my lightest brown color. Maybe I'll just go in with bronze and the ginger root. I'm gonna sharpen up the ginger root real quick. Okay, so I have bronze, And I'm just going to be putting this along the edge of the rope here and leaving a little bit room for the ginger root. Just to kind of make it look a little bit like the rope. I almost thought about making it like a chain, but I think a rope would make more sense for this. Okay, we have our ginger root. Okay, and I want to still bring in some purple color. So I have processed red and lilac, but you can use any lighter purple color or white. Just going to add that processed red in there. And then this is lilac. And we'll just blend those with the Prisma Color white. Okay, looks good to me. I want to do the lantern, but I don't really know what color I want to use for that. Well, I got you zoomed in good enough to do the grass, so I guess we'll do that real quick because it's not a whole lot, and I'm assuming that this right here is maybe like a little creek or river type thing, water. And I'll be honest, I never know what to do sometimes with this like part here in the romantic country books, but we'll figure it out. Maybe it'll look okay. I have a couple green colors here. I think my darkest color is going to be olive green. And then we have grass green. To add a little variation, we have lime pill. And then the lightest, which will help with the highlight, is the chartreuse. I think that's what that says. Unfortunately, I don't know why some of my pencils it's just completely gone on the barrel. So I can just barely make out what is on there. But so we're gonna work on the field, and I think that this is kind of in the distance right here, so I'm going to make that a little bit darker than the rest, and just kind of going with some little like flicks, because it does seem like she has little flicks in the line art, so maybe it's supposed to be longer grass, I don't know. Just add that to kind of different texture. Okay, so I'm going to start here and work my way down. Just going in circular motions. roughly go around the basket here. I may not use all of these green colors, but we'll see. I will admit I'm not very good with grass. It's something that I am still learning how to work with, but we're gonna try our best. And this is the, I don't know if I said it, olive green PC911. Kind of go around this frame of leaves here. My dog's snoring over on our bed. Sorry if you can hear make noises. This is grass green up next, and I'm just gonna go in lightly with this color. Just kind of adding that over the olive. Maybe add a little bit to this part too. Kind of scribbling a little bit up there. Okay, might go back in with our olive green to add a little bit more shading. Okay, I'm gonna sharpen this. We got chartreuse, or no, lime pill, I'm sorry. This is lime pill. I'm just gonna try and blend those two colors together. Nothing really too major going on. So I like that pretty good, and I think I'm going to go back in with the grass green just a little bit more. You know, just kind of blend that in until you like the color, you know, you're getting. Okay, Then I guess we'll just blend it out with the chartreuse. And I'll start here and work my way down. Start back up here, work our way down. Might go back in with lime peel. Go over some parts of where it's the brightest. Okay, I have grass green. I'm gonna go add, you know, just some little flicks of that out in this little further hilly part. And then we're gonna go back in with our olive green. And I'm just gonna add just some little shady areas. A little bit of thunder. Hopefully my dog doesn't start barking. And I'm gonna take lime peel and just kind of add that and kind of blend those together. Then take our olive green, yeah. Just darken that up a little bit more. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I think it looks bright and good enough for like a distant like field of grass. And I just have to do the same thing over here. I guess I'll probably start at the top and work my way down. And this is the olive green. And I'm just kind of where it looks kind of shady, adding the darker green color to behind the things, you know, that are in the front of the image. I think my light went out. I don't remember turning it off. Okay, so I'm adding that in here. And then okay, don't forget about this little corner here. It's kind of hiding behind that tree. Okay, so we're going to take our grass green and I'm going to lightly add that into the field, going over the olive green that we already put in the darker areas and working my way down. Okay, so adding that grass green in there. This is our lime peel. I'm just kind of blending the colors together. Okay, this side too. Okay, and we have our chartreuse. And we're adding that, kind of highlighting certain areas of our field along the bank here. Probably should have done that over here a little bit more. Okay, so just working our way down. And this will probably be the last part of this part of the color along. I think maybe my dogs are kind of getting loud with the thunder, so just gonna finish blending out these green colors, and then I think we will call it a day. All right, I think that looks good to me. I can't wait to finish this page and continue working on it. I think maybe I'm gonna do a day scene, even though there's this lantern here with the little flame, but I don't know, I just thought it kind of seemed like a very spring picture. So yeah, I think that's all for today. Thank y'all for watching, and until next video, bye.